Hello students. Now today up to now we have finished some of the questions of unit 1, and now we will go ahead little more and let's start to learn that. Okay, and if you don't have the textbook, then please ask me in comment. Please tell me in the comments. I will send you the link on your WhatsApp group, and you can also send me your WhatsApp number too, and you can contact me on my WhatsApp contact number. Okay, so let's go ahead. Thank you. Hello students, we'll start exercise 1.1. The first question is, we are asked to find out HCF of, we are given three pairs here. The first one is 135 and 225. To find out HCF of 135 and 225, we will divide 225, the greater one, with the smaller one, 135. When we divide 225 with 135, we get remainder 90. And now we will divide 135 with remainder 90. When we divide 135 with 90, we get remainder 45. And now we divide 90 with 45. When we divide 90 with 45, we get remainder 0. So when we get remainder 0, at that time, whatever the divisor is there, and here it is 45, so that is our HCF. So we will write HCF 135 225 is 45. Okay. Now let's see the question number. In question number 1, the point number 2, the pair number 2. In the second pair, you are given two numbers 196 and 38,220. To find out HCF of these both numbers, first of all we will divide the greater one with the smaller one. When we divide 38,220 with 196, we get remainder 0. So it is completely divisible with 196. Therefore 196 is the HCF of these two numbers. So we will write, in the third pair, you are given two numbers 865 and 255. So again the same method, we will divide the greater one with the smaller one. When we divide 867 with 255, we will get remainder 102. And now we will divide 255 with 102. When we divide 255 with 102, we get remainder 51. And now we will divide 102 with 51. So when we divide 102 with 51, we get remainder 0. So here when we get remainder 0, whatever the divisor is, that is our HCF. So here 51 is our HCF. So HCF of 865 and 255 is 51. Let's think about question number 2. In question number 2, we are asked to show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. To find out, to solve this question, we have to write, we will discuss about Euclid's division lemma. And as per the Euclid's division lemma, we will write that A equals to BQ plus R, where the remainder R is less than B and its value is up to less than is up to equal to the 0. Now in this lemma, we will write value of B and R. So let's take value of B equals to 6. So let B equals to 0, and therefore R is less than B. It means R is less than 6. Therefore the value of R can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we apply these values of B and R in Euclid's division lemma, what will happen? Let's see. So for different values of B and R, the Euclid's division lemma will be seen in different ways. That if we take B equals to 6 and R equals to 0, the integer will be in the form of A equals to CQ. If we take B equal to 6 and R equals to 1, the integer A will be in the A is of the form 6q plus 1. When we take B equals to 6 and R equals to 2, at that time the integer A is of the form of 6q plus 2. When we take B equals to 6 and R equals to 3, the integer A is of the form 6q plus 3. When we take B equals to 6 and R is equal to 4, at that time integer A is of the form of 6q plus 4. And when we take B equals to 6, R equal to 5, at that time the integer A is of the form of 6q plus 5. Now from these forms, the form 6q, 6q plus 2, 6q plus 4, these forms are divisible with 2. 6q, in 6q's 2 is the factor, 6q plus 2, 2 can be get common, 6q plus 4, we can get 2 common also in that. So it means these three forms are even forms, they show even values. Now If 6q is the even and we add 1 in 6q, so it will become 6q plus 1, and after the even one digit, after the one value after the even number we get odd number, therefore 6q plus 1 is the odd. The same way 6q plus 2 is the even, and then after one value plus, if we add 1 in 6q plus 2 we will get 6q plus 3, and after even value there comes the odd value, and therefore 6q plus 3 is odd. Same way 6q plus 4 is the even, and if we add 1 in even value 6q plus 4 we will get 6q plus 5, and that will be the odd value. So here we can say that any integer can be written is of the any positive odd integer can be written is of the form of 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. So here we can write our answer in this way. Okay, so now after this question number 2, let's move ahead. Question number 3. Here in question number 3 you can see what is said, that an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? To find out answer of this question, we have to find out HCF of 616 and 32. So let's do that. Okay, so here we can see that when we divide 616 with 32 we get remainder 8, and then we divide 32 with 8 we get remainder 0. So when we get remainder 0, the divisor 8 is our HCF. So HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. Therefore the answer is the maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. Okay, now let's go ahead to the question number 4. To understand the answer of question number 4, we have to understand that any integer can be written in different form. Any integer can be written in different. Whenever I am talking about integers, it means positive integers. So positive integers can be written in different ways. So let's see that. What is that? For the different value of b, divisor and remainder r, the integer a is of the form by a is equals to bq plus r. It can be written in different forms. So let us see what happens when we put different values for b and it comes the different values of r, and therefore the form of the integer a are different. When we take value of divisor b equals to 2, so the remainder comes less than of divisor, therefore it's a 0 or 1, and therefore the form of integer a, it comes to be the answer as 2q or 2q plus 1. Now when we take the value of divisor b equals to 3, therefore the value of remainder comes to be 0, 1 or 2, and therefore the form of integer can be 3q, 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. When we take the value of divisor b equals to 4, therefore the remainder's value can be 0, 1, 2, 3, and therefore the integer can be written in the form of 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q plus 3. Okay. When we take the value of divisor b equals to 5, the remainder's value can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, the integer is of the form 5q, 5q plus 1, 5q plus 2, 5q plus 3, 5q plus 4. From all of these forms, some of the forms we can definitely say that they have factor 2. In their factorization, we get factor 2. Therefore, those values are called even values and the remaining values are called odd values. Okay, so here some of the values that I have made rounded. These values have, if you factorize them, we will get factor 2 in them. Therefore, these values are always called, definitely we can say these values are even values, but the remaining values can be odd values. But when we talk about divisor b and its remainder 0, 1, 2, at that time these forms 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2, all of these forms we don't know whether they are even or odd, because it doesn't mean that if the factor is not 2, okay, then it is always odd. Okay, so when the integer is of the form 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2, and the same way the thing happens with the divisor value of 5. Okay, whatever forms we have got of the integer here, 5q plus 1, 5q plus 2, 5q plus 3, 5q plus 4, we cannot say which of the form which of the form is even or which of the form is odd. 2q is definitely even because it has factor 2, but if we add 1 in any even number, we always get odd number. What did I say? If I add 1 in any even number, I will always get odd number. Therefore, we can surely say that 2q is even and 2q plus 1 is odd. The same way we can say 4q is even, 4q plus 2 is even, but if we add 1 in 4q, so whatever value we get, that is odd. And if we say 4q plus 2 is even, and if we add 1 into 4q plus 2, we'll get 4q plus 3, and that is odd. Okay, so for the values of divisor b equals to 2 and 4, we can definitely say which forms are odd and which forms are even. But for the divisor 3 and 5, for the forms of integers, we cannot say that which one is the odd or which one is the even. Therefore, question related to even integer, we will use their forms as 2q, 4q, 4q plus 2, 6q, 6q plus 2, 6q plus 4, etc. And for the questions related to odd integer, we will use their form as 2q plus 1, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 3, 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5, etc. Okay, but when we are asked to find out to answer the question related to any integer, what did I say? Any integer, we can use any of these forms. Okay, if the question is related to any integer, we can use any of these forms. Okay, so here in question number 4, we are asked to, here in question number 4, we are asked to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m plus 1 for some integer m. What is the question? Please read it again. The question is about square of any positive integer. What did I say? Any positive integer. Therefore, first of all, we have to take form of, we have to use here form of any positive integer. Okay, so there are different forms. Okay, from them whatever answer we are asked to find out, we are asked to show that 3m or 3m plus 1 and it is related with 3. Therefore, we will use the form of the positive integer as a equals to 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. As we are asked to find out the square of any positive integer, first of all we have to take any positive integer, and any positive integer can be of the form 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2. Now we will make square of these forms. Let's use the first form of the any positive integer, that is 3q, and let's make the square of it, and we get 9q square. Now we will present it in a different way. 9q square, it means 3 into 3q square. 3 into 3q square. Now the value of 3q square can be some integer m. What did I say? The value of 3q square can be some integer m. Okay, m is some integer and value of 3q square can be some integer, so we can write 3 into m. So the square of positive integer can be written in the form of 3m. Okay, let's move ahead to the next form of the positive integer 3q plus 1, and we square it. Let's make the square of 3q plus 1. We will get its square, 9q square plus 6q plus 1. Okay, by the expansion of square, I have explained in a side board. Okay, we can write that 3q plus 1 whole square is equal to 9q square plus 6q plus 1. Now we will present this square in a different way. In the expansion of 3q plus 1 whole square, first two terms 9q square plus 6q, I can get common factor 3 from these two terms. So I will write it in a different way, that 3 into bracket 3q square plus 2q bracket finished plus 1, the last term plus 1 will be remain as it is. Now the value of 3q square plus 2q can be some integer m. The value of 3q square plus 2q can be any value, and that is some integer m. So if I present the value of 3q plus 2q is as equals to m, so I can present the form that 3m plus 1. So square of any positive integer can be is of the form 3m plus 1. Now make square of the another form of integer, and that form is 3q plus 2. If we make square of that form, we will get 9q square 18q plus 4. Okay, now in this expansion we will take the first two terms and we can get common factor 3 in these first two terms. But as we are asked to find out, to prove that square can be written in the form 3m or 3m plus 1, so to prove that answer we will make parts of 4, and the parts of 4 are 3 plus 1. And now we will take first three terms of this expansion, 9q square plus 18q plus 3. We will take these first three terms and we will get common factor 3. Now from the first three terms I have get common 3, and in the bracket I got 3q square plus 6q plus 1. And now value of this bracket 3q square plus 6q plus 1, value of this bracket can be some integer, and as the value of any some integer we are taking m. Okay, so I am telling you that value of the bracket, value of the whole bracket, which bracket? 3q square plus 6q plus 1, value of this bracket can be some integer m. So we will present that bracket in the form of m, and therefore we can write the square of any positive integer is of the form 3m plus 1. Okay, here you can see any integer can be written in different forms, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2, and when we made square of these any integers we got their forms as 3m, 3m plus 1, 3m plus 1. So here we have proved that square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Okay, so here this is our answer. Unit 1, exercise 1.1, question number 5. Okay, here you are asked that cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. Okay, to answer the question, first of all we have to take any integer, and any integer is of the form of, there are many forms of the integers that I have explained in the previous lecture. Okay, in the previous topic, in the previous answer, question number 4, I have explained it already that any integer can be written in different forms. Okay, but here to get our answer we will use the form of the integers as 3m, 3m plus 1 and 3m plus 2, and now we will make cube of them. Okay, now any integer is of the form of 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2, and first of all we will make cube of 3q, and the cube of 3q is 327q cube, and we will write in a different way that 9 in the bracket 3q cube, and now the value of 3q cube can be some integer m. What did I say? The value of 3q cube can be some integer m, so we can write 9m. So here the first form of any integer 3q, that can be the cube of that integer 3q can be written in the form of 3m. So let's take another form of the integer 3q plus 1 and make its a cube. Okay, by the expansion formula of the cube of 3q plus 1 can be presented as 27q cube plus 27q square plus 9q plus 1. Now from these all four terms we can get common 9 from first three terms, and now we can write 9 in the bracket 3q cube plus 3q square plus q, but value of the bracket can be some integer. Okay, value of 3q cube plus 3q square plus q can be some integer m, so we will put its value as m. So the cube of the integer 3q plus 1 can be written as the form of 9m plus 1. So here you have to mind that whenever you are to take some value of any number as a sum integer, at that time as the sum integer you will take m. Now let's make the cube of the third form of the integer, that is 3q plus 2. Okay, by the cube expansion, the cube of 3q plus 2 is 27q cube plus 54q square plus 36q, and from all of these four terms we can get common 9 from the first three terms. When we get common 9 from the first three terms, we get 9 into 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4, and for the value of the bracket we can take m as a sum integer. The value of the bracket can be any sum integer and that can be m. So we will write 9m plus 8. So here we have proved that cube of any integer can be of the form 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. Okay, so cube of any integer can be written as the form of 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. And as for the homework, you have to revise whatever we have learned in last lecture number 3, 4 and 5. Okay, thank you very much. Hello students, here whenever I finish any topic on our YouTube video, okay, then after if I give you any homework in the video, please solve it and ask me whatever problems you are facing. And also if I don't give any homework, then please whatever I have taught here in the video, please revise it at home. Okay, thank you very much.